Okay, so we're pretty much going to this raw iron, which was kind of hard to get up here to get, but we got it. You know, and then I had to fire up the train once I got up, where I gotta go, it's gonna be pretty hard, but we got to the sawmill anyway, because I had to get all the way back here from the coal mine, or delivering where we got the coal from, and then I had to go pick up a little bit of coal and bring it back to this tower so that I could put some in my train, so I kind of had to, do a lot of running around. Yeah, I put all the coal that I had into the train for now, so the tower doesn't have anything, but that's okay. We'll fill the tower back up next time. Again, I'm definitely gonna do that off camera because it's just, filling a coal tower with coal. It's not, nothing new. But, at least I'm getting, it feels like I'm starting to get somewhere. I could buy a car to, get that coal off of there into this tower. I might do that at some point, but I got the one car and I just, did how much ever, coal would come out from that one car, so we got enough to at least get some in the train, at least enough to, make it happy. That's really all I was looking for anyway, is just to make the train happy. There's nothing more that I can do to make it happy besides just, keep feeding it coal. So that's what we're gonna do. In this case, we just gotta give it more coal. But it's got all the stuff that I had in the tower. So I mean, there's not much I can do. Because I had to do all that running, I just decided at the end of it that, hook up these cars and then have it all ready to go. So, we're all ready to go this time, and then I have to come back through and hit some switches. We gotta go pretty much from all the way out by the refinery, and then come all the way back from there, all the way up to the ironworks, which is pretty much where the iron mine is. So it's kind of like, yeah, eventually we're gonna get there. I hope we get there, but it's just gonna take a long time. Then once we get there, I hope it'll be a fast load. It's probably only 3 per car or whatever it is, I can't remember. But I could always, if I wanted to, probably buy another car, but then I gotta remember that you gotta carry that weight back uphill, which I don't know if this train can do. It can do 2 of them, I don't know about 3. I know it probably would not do 3 empty, so, if we do, lumber loads or something like that somewhere, we might try that. We might try to eventually make our way out. Once we start making, the tools and the pipes and that, we could make our way out to the oil, start making some good money, or we could go to the gold dredge and then start that whole gold production chain. I'm kind of split on what to do, because I want to do both, but I know I can't do both at the same time. I'm only one person that can run, one train at a time, so we might try to do that at some point, but we hope nothing goes wrong, but that's what I need. I need to make it between there and there to make that connection so that I can make a bunch of raw gold and then get one of the cars that will take the gold, one of the new ones, and then pretty much just on the way you go, So I'm hoping to get one of those eventually. Don't know how easily that's gonna be at all. Could be easy, could not, I don't know. So I might look at that, but at the same time, I just wish that, we had ones that were just made for gold, but we do, but we don't, you know. And again, I'm gonna be moving probably a lot of, you know, all the iron, or all the gold. Excuse me, I don't know what the heck I was thinking about iron. Probably because we, you know, want to pick up all the, you know, the raw iron. That's probably why. But we gotta, you know, basically get pipes, and we gotta get raw iron from that. So that's probably what I was thinking. But yeah, I think maybe starting up the gold mine at some point, or trying to get up to the dredge at least. You know, even if we got a train that can climb the hill, at least we got gold waiting for us that we can, when we get a train, you know, be sold off, you know, do whatever. But at that point, you know, we would have a train that can run up the one bridge. I don't know if I can. I might try it. You know, I might have to go out there eventually and just see what all I'm gonna need. If it takes coal, we're okay, because I got that car I could probably dump in there. If it takes, I don't remember if it takes pipes or tools. I can't remember. So I'll have to look. I'm not familiar what it takes, to be honest with that. If it takes just tools or pipes. Like, I know what the gold mine takes, but I don't have a train that can make it all the way up there. Not reliably, anyway. Probably. Like, the one I have now probably could with a single car of material, of any given material. But you'd have to take that one run once. Alright, you can only take it one time, one way, with one car. Then you're gonna make X number of times, so let's say 50, right? So if it's, the max is 50, right? In order to get to it, you're gonna be making 50 or more loads, depending on how much material your car holds. If it's one of the big ones like this, where it holds, I think it only holds around 3 of the raw iron, if I can remember. I don't know if any other way to get more raw iron moved, but you have to get more cars. In order to get more cars, I need more powerful train. So, but this train that we're in right now is not too bad compared to, you know, just having the Betsy, and then the Glenbrook, and then now we're on this one, which is not too bad. I mean, we got, you know, a lot of money theoretically from all the loads that we've been making. You know, been supplying all the ironworks, you know, supplying the gold, or coal, not gold, but the coal. I got the gold dredge all hooked up to a line. I just have to go and, like, eventually make my way that way. I'm hoping to eventually. So, eventually we'll make it out there. Then, you know, once we get out there, we'll be good. Okay. But, other than that, it's just, you know, one of those things where you try and, you know, just, you know, we got all the way out to here at least, so that's always good. You know, decided to stop and get some stuff done, so just be when I was going, cooled down, but that's fine, because, you know, put some in it. Make some more fire, put some more coal in the hole, and make it all happy again. Let the engine kind of do its thing. Now, we are theoretically pretty close to where I gotta be. Now, I do not know if this train will make it up there with 2 cars, but we're gonna have to stoke up the fire anyway. So, I mean, that's gonna be, you know, a real concern now, is we're gonna have to, you know, make more fire. So, that's all. And when we make more fire, it'll be fine. It's just right now, I kind of feel about it, but we'll get there eventually. But yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much right now, build the fire, get it all back up to operating temperature, and then go. You know, sorry, but it doesn't seem like it lasts very long anyways. Like, once you start getting, over the main track, it just kind of doesn't seem like it lasts long anyway. And I know we're just hauling empties, but we're just not, lasting a lot in that department either. So I might look at getting an even bigger, coal-fired train at some point too, and start putting out some coal towers at some of these industries where I know we're going to be using coal power, and then building like, service, track and all that. But yeah, we could get out here potentially and start making some of the oil. Then we could head out here to the refinery, which is, I guess gonna be pretty easy if we use the small ones. So, I mean, there's that. That's all I can say. But, other than that, that's all I can do. But other than that, that's all it is. So, why we wait? Right? We're gonna go over here. I have the switch set on a weird alignment anyway, a track. So I have to fix it. There's not much I can do about it, and there's only one way to get it. So what we're gonna do, because I gotta pretty much, get all this other stuff done anyway. Now I just gotta try to get back on my train, but yeah, I had to set the switch, and the reason why is because it's just on an alignment of a hill, and if I slow down, the train will not make it up all the way to the hill, and then it's back it all the way down to who knows where to make it up. So I decided to let the train run because I knew, it's got curves in it, which is gonna kind of limit how fast it's going to be on the top speed anyways, right? So that's kind of the good thing, if anything. But then there's the fact that we're going to have to make more fire. Again. So, it's just kind of like I was saying, like at full throttle, which, it doesn't seem like we can make it far some days. And, it's just whatever. But we'll get it. It just feels like it takes forever some days and some days not. Today kind of feels that way. Like you're not gonna make it, and then, you make it somehow and you don't really know how. And right now is one of those, I have no idea how I'm making it through any of this, but this train said, okay, you're gonna make it through here no matter what I gotta do. So, and I've checked the brakes, before we left, nothing. Like, nothing's on. It's just running slow up this hill, and I have no idea why. So, it's kind of like, eventually. But, it's just kind of like, I didn't have, once you get up here, I had only a very limited space to work with between these two switches. So I had to lay out two switches and then delete one that worked. So the most forward one is the one that looks pretty okay, so I used that. And then it was like, oh, well, now I gotta, mess with that track, and I didn't really want to. You'll see it when we get up there. Up here to where we make all of the iron and rails, so where we make everything that we need pretty much work. Now, I am kind of curious if I can make it up here with a single, hopper full of iron any faster than this, because I'd only be carrying a single car. But I'm not familiar if that would work or not with this train. Now, if it's any other train, like any, you know, bigger, probably not, but just saying, because look at, like, the way this corner just, you know, works, but hey, if it all works, it all works. But we have all the empties still on board, so that's good. Even though we got 2 of them. And I figured, you know, I just might as well bring both of them. Because let's say that, you know, for the raw iron, for whatever reason, it's 3. Well, that means I can move 6 of them at a time. And, you know, I'm okay with that arrangement. I just don't want to derail, so I'm gonna have to hit the brakes multiple times, but just, you know, that's what we're gonna have to do. Depending on how long this takes, we might have to break it into 2 parts. So, other than that, you know, there's not much I can do. I'm trying my best right now to get all this train, the whole cars, everything up to this point, get it loaded and get it back down. Same thing I did for the coal mine. So, I mean, except for the coal mine, I only take 1 car because that's just a crazy, insane hill. So I only take 1 when I go to the coal mine, but other than that, you're good. Up for this run, I kind of feel confident that this would probably pull, you know, some of them. I might pull one of those hopper cars that I have, and if it did, that'd be good. Also, could probably pull, you know, the cordwood car as well if we needed to, probably. It would just require hooking up one before the other, probably. Because we all know making it to the hogging camp is going to be very, very hard. If I had, like, let's say a load of iron plus that going up the hill backwards. But, that's okay. But yeah, here's where I had to place that switch. I had, like, 2 or 3 of them and then laid it out and how to make it, you know, best kind of curves this way and curves that way, and I was like, you know what, that's good, you know. And then I just, you know, followed off to here where it comes, you know, to the, like, where your out products come from, and then you got your, you know, inside from where all your stuff gets made from. So it's kind of like, eventually I'm gonna have to make more raw iron and then transport that as well back all the way back down too. And like I say, depending on how long it takes, it's gonna be a part 2. And then we're gonna get this all lined up, and then once we're all lined up, all loaded up, we'll be getting to go backwards again. But this time I really gotta watch our brakes, because we could go, you know, do weird things probably if we hit a corner. Probably go flip it off. And I really don't feel like going to flipping or doing anything weird like that, so I'll try our best not to flip a train over. Because I really don't want to do that. So, you know, we're getting there. As far as, you know, that's all concerned, it should be fine. It's just getting the cranes to actually spin over and load up the cars. Then once they're loaded, then we'll know how much they weigh. But I can only do 1 car load at a time because I still have to click on the crane for it to load. So I can only do 1 car at a time. So, you know, it's just the way it goes. And then it's getting ready to go almost. Just doubly making sure everything's loaded, and then now we're gonna get it in. For whatever reason, I was having a bit of a problem there. But now we are inside, and now we can proceed backwards with our raw iron. One of the first deliveries of raw iron going to the ironworks, so that's pretty good, you know. I don't know. I was thinking, like, how am I gonna do this? But, you know, it's just watch your speed and hope nothing breaks or shifts and does anything funny. It's really about the only thing you can do. I mean, it's kind of a crazy build up to here. And so I was like, we'll get it placed as best we could. So I did. And it all looks pretty good. And now we have a train to get up here pretty easily with, at least with 2 of those cars. So it should theoretically we can make one run with both cars, maybe, that we have. Depending on how much the ore car takes, or weighs, I should say. Like, I want to get the big gondola, but I know that costs a lot of money. Plus it weighs a heck of a lot, and it's like, I don't know if we can make enough iron at the moment to fill that. So the one hopper car that we have has got to work. So, which it is, you know, it's working for us pretty well. It's just one of those, eventually I would like to upgrade. You know, get a heck of a lot more capacity, probably, than I have now, but since we kind of got nothing to, you know, move it to, like, why? But yeah, it's not that bad. This load going down the hill is actually the easiest I think I've ever done in quite a while. It's just we gotta watch our speed, of course, because if we don't, we'll run out of speed, and then it will start, the momentum will start going the other way and making us go forward. So there is that I gotta watch out for. But, you know, it's kinda getting pretty easy. You know, the easy that it is, the easy that it goes, so we're just gonna go ahead and do what we gotta do. But, you know, it's working out pretty well so far, it looks like. So, it's like, the better that we get things done, you know, will probably be good. But more products also we get moved, which I didn't realize at the time that we were not going in reverse. So I was like, okay, am I going forward? Am I going reverse? I can't tell. You'll see here in a little bit. I'll kick on the throttle again. Kick on that regulator at 100%. Backwards plus brake, and then we'll get going back down this hill. Why it wants to do what it wants to do, I have no idea. It kind of makes me wonder, just like, does the train have a mind of its own? Answer: yes. Yes, the train does probably have a mind of its own. Do I like what it's making as decisions? No. But we will get there in the end. So, I mean, there's that. And it's like, the further you go, right, further down this mountain you go, right, it's going to become very, very hard to keep not on the throttle, which is what I was trying to do. Should I say off that regulator as much as humanly possible. So, if I don't, you don't have to use it, that's fine. If I gotta put a little reg on, that's fine. But I also don't want to go super fast. So, it's kind of like, you know, you do what you gotta do. If the train goes flying off the track for some stupid reason, then we'll re-rail it, of course. But we hope we don't flip any cars over. Because that would be like the worst feeling, you know? But you know, all we can do is hope that that doesn't happen. Like, where it doesn't, you know, get going very, very fast down the hill, and then the minute I touch the brake, it like breaks free. I don't want that to happen. So that's always a good thing. So that's all I can say, you know, on that. It's like there's not much more. I might have to put one regulator on here to go up the hill. But, you know, it's kind of like, we knew we were gonna have to eventually. And then again, it's like, I thought, yeah, we can make it. And then we didn't, but I'm trying my best to, like, do it, no regulator at certain points. But then you'll see that there's not much I can do. You know? Give it some brakes when it starts rolling fast enough forward. Just like you would when it goes backwards, and then you're perfectly fine. So, I mean, there's that. As far as anything else, like, yeah, I'm trying not to, you know, flip the train. Because I do not want to flip a train today. I don't want to flip the train over. I don't want to have to re-rail it. I really don't want to re-rail any cars. If I do not have to, but it looks like this game sometimes will just not let you get away with it. So right here, yeah, I could probably get away with it, obviously, not having the regulator on. But like other parts of this map that I have built track, it's like probably not. But if we can get down all the way eventually, right, to the dredge, right? As long as we can start getting some gold produced, like, we could really make some real money. Because that's a long run. I know that, you know, just looking at the map, like, I understand it's a long run. I understand all that. But if I don't, you know, make the effort to try to make that run, then it's, you know, gonna, you know, make me mad one day. So I might eventually, won't be this episode or next episode, but maybe the one after, we might try to make a run and see if we can make it all the way, you know, down there to the dredge. And if we can make it all the way to the dredge with this engine in particular, but we're gonna have to put more coal in it probably before we do that. So I might move another little coal down, you know, to our tower at least, and then get it into the train. But other than that, there's not much more I can do, really. This is just, we're going, you know, and doing what we have to do. Right here, I feel kind of, you know, safe about the speed. The big cars, I mean, they're not like the little ones that you would be pulling behind. You know, normally, those I have, like, a fear of, you know, flying off. And as you see, like, I am hitting the brake, you know, setting it every once in a while, as best as I can. I'm trying not to. So, you know, I'm trying my best. But, you know, as we go, we're gonna eventually learn that, you know, certain spots, hey, we don't need that much regulator, or hey, you're not gonna have to hit the brakes as hard here. You know, that simple little, you know, fact that I don't really have right now would probably help me. I don't have that because, you know, certain parts of this map I haven't had a train powerful enough to run any of it. But all the way up here, yeah, I can make it all the way up here, so we know we can make it to the refinery. At the very least, we know we could start making some oil if we really wish to. You know, because all we need is tools. I think, what does the oil takes? If I remember correctly, I think it needs pipes, I think it needs tools, and I think it needs either beams or lumber. I cannot remember for the life of me. But I think that's what it takes. But with all that being said, I will see you all next.